my dear Gemini, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of May 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are going into Taurus today, so happy birthday to all Taurus out there. And I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I'm super grateful for all of your appreciation. And if you want to support my channel even more, you can click the ad attached to this video or watch the ad for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. For this reading, I will use the Crystal Tarot with Elisabetta Trevisan, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Gemini, see what's going on for you. This looks nice. 9 of Cups together with Justice card. So this is Pisces and this is Libra. So it seems very emotional, very supportive. If you have been wishing for maybe an excuse to come true, you will probably get it. Okay. And if you feel, I think you have the feeling of forgiveness in your own heart, that you want to maybe ask for forgiveness, or you just want to share love in a situation, and it's kind of just beautiful and effortless. Okay, so this might be what's going on, or it might be what's about to be achieved, that we will be able to say we are sorry effortless, because when we give it to the people we love, there's no problem. It's no problem to say I'm sorry. Not in any case really, but people seems to have big issues with it. Okay. So I call the divine with love and light, and here we have a King of Pentacles with Justice. So this is a little bit more serious. Okay, this is someone that's being a little bit more stubborn. If they are going to share love, they kind of need an apology. So that can be it. It might also be that the stubborn person in your life will suddenly come and ask for forgiveness. I'm not saying that all King of Pentacles is stubborn, but I'm feeling this with these two cards. It's a heaviness. It's like I won't budge. It's really, I feel the toughness of this King of Pentacles here. So this might be a person that's always have been like this or have become like this. And it might be that one person in the equation have always been like this, and the other person have now also become like this because they want an apology. Okay, they're not going to budge. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and that might lead to a conflict. And I'm not saying that that conflict isn't valid, because it is. Sorry, I needed to drink a little water. It's valid, but it's still going to lead to some kind of conflict. There's love in the bottom here, but there's someone stubborn or someone that wants power, that might not want to apologize, and that's where the conflict comes, when there's a lack of understanding or a lack of love. Okay, so I call the 6 elements. And here we have a 9 of Pentacles with Justice. So the one that needs justice or wants justice just need to become really cool with it, and be as stubborn as the person refusing to say that they're sorry. So it's about, if the other person can't meet you halfway, you need to take care of yourself. Okay, you need to give justice to yourself. So that is super important. And it's the same if you have crossed someone. They will be probably very stubborn until you ask for forgiveness, if this is what they need. So it looks kind of adult in one way, because okay, so if we are not supposed to take care of each other, I will take care of myself. So that's a logic conclusion. So yes, 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether. Ace of Swords, the truth and death. Okay, So there's something serious here with the truth that needs to come out. Justice is also truth. So sometimes we need to actually be able to see and accept the truth and thereby make big transformations. Someone might have told the truth also, which lead to big transformation. It might also be that someone has heard the truth and didn't want to, and that's why there's a conflict with the Five of Wands. It might be argue of authority or power in a relationship or in a situation, and this is going to have to be resolved in a very fair way with the Justice card. With the 13, I feel the death of the ego. It might be that some need to have less of an ego and other people need to have more of an ego, and you need to decide who's who here. I noticed with the Libra reading, when I was talking about stubbornness, people got really upset with me. Not really upset with me, but they commented, okay, that they needed to be stubborn because they were in difficult situations, and that's not what we're talking about. And stubbornness, it's no problem with being stubborn. We can be stubborn as long as we are not stubborn just to keep power. So, okay. Now I chatted too much, so I will say my prayer in silence. Sorry, it became really dark. It's not because it became dark in the room, it's the camera. I can't find the light. And I can't have the blindfolds up because that's really too much light, too much contrast. So I'm going to say the prayer and tune into your reading for a few seconds here. So directly it comes to me here that this with the camera couldn't find the light. It might be that there's some person you can't get through to, or someone can't really get through to you. It's like you don't hear their messages, or they can't hear what you're saying. So it's like a lack of connection maybe in the brain, that the person can't make this conclusion because they are not ready just yet. Something needs to... Like there needs to be a transformation process, and for this person to face some kind of difficulty, for them to be able to see maybe what the other person sees, like from another person's point of view. So, for example, karma is functioning like that. We can't really see another person's point of view until we ourselves have been through that situation. That's why all souls are so empathic, because they have been everything, so they can feel how it feels to be in another person's situation. But a younger soul might not be able to. So I feel that there's like a impossible connection, like a person, I don't mean between people, but between making conclusions. Like the person, it's dark, they can't understand what you're saying. Okay, so it won't get through to them, so they need to maybe be... Okay, it comes through a song that has come from for some of the other signs as well, and it's a song where they say, break yourself against my stones. So it means like it's a person maybe wants to come and say they're sorry, but the other person don't want to hear it. And that might actually be what needs to happen. That I don't say that you shouldn't accept an apology. I think you should, but if you feel very naturally that you refuse, that might be what the other person needs. Okay, they might need you to not forgive them. So they take more serious how they treat other people maybe. So don't do things just to punish or be in your power or ego. I will refuse to accept the apology. Don't be like that. But if you feel super stubborn about it, like it's not really anger, it's not really that you are like petty or anything. It's just you just feel calm about it. No. Then that's your intuition, okay, saying no, don't accept the apology. because the person might need to go through a little bit this death process. Okay. Okay, Gemini, this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. So death has already been here, it seems. So there might be a breakdown of a relationship with the 9 of Cups that we saw, and Justice. I think it was an important one. And it doesn't have to be like really the death, but it's this conflict that we saw with the 5 of Wands. And this is Scorpio, and we have 2 of Cups here with the Star card, that's Aquarius, and the 6 of Wands. So what I'm feeling here is actually self-love. I think someone displayed self-love and that led to an ending, if that can make sense. Sometimes it's like that. If we start to show people that we actually respect ourselves and we are not going to take crap anymore, they might not be able to take that because maybe they want to give you crap. So, but here it seems very beautiful in so many ways. So, but and I think there's one person in this situation have a real high understanding and almost like this very calmness of the situation, that they know they are right, so they don't even have to win. They can just feel the love, but for some reason it doesn't matter. And I think it's this with how the camera went all black. It's because the person can't really get it. Okay, they can't understand. They are not connecting. Okay, so with the 9 of Coins, therefore you might need to, since this other person is not able to listen to what you say, you need to continue on the track of self-love. So you felt rather calm, I think, in whatever conflict there were that led to this death, and you keep on feeling calm. And this, I think, is a very big accomplishment. I think this has healed something from maybe a past life or a childhood issue. And here we can see also this is air and fire pages, and with the 5 of Cups in between. It might be a twin flame relationship that you are dealing with, where there's a lot of disappointment. But this here, it's for so you can heal some kind of issue from the past and start telling the exact truth also. Yes. Okay. So 9 of Pentacles, self-love. Even if you live in a desert, you can make it into paradise. And here we have the Chariot. So Chariot, that's Sagittarius and Cancer, and Tower and 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords. So it might have to go another round. Like you might need to be confronted with the difficult person again that didn't get it. It might be that they still will not get it. So, but it needs to happen here. It's rather obvious. So there needs to be some more teaching in this situation by the drama playing out like even more. Okay, so someone is very cool in this situation and someone is very upset and bitter and agitated, and you need to decide for yourself who's who. Okay, I'm not judging anyone. Okay, and I'm not saying that either one is better than the other. The person that's really difficult is usually here to teach the less difficult person also something by just being plain difficult. So here we have a Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is a person with a natural self-respect, might be very social or have like easy to connect with other people, but is also very demanding in relationships. They have a certain standard. They want people to respect them, and if there's no respect, the Queen of Wands will let you know. Okay, so that's this might be you, that this calm energy that's so full of self-respect that you don't really get agitated in a conflict because you're so anchored in this self-love. And why there's self-love is because the Queen of Wands have lived many, many, many lifetimes and is very experienced. And when you have lived so many lifetimes, go through so many challenges, you come to a point where you just accept everything, and you accept that you are valuable. Okay, you are the only thing you can really prove is real is your own awareness, your own awakeness, that you can open your eyes and see the world. So you can't go around hating that, because that's the only thing that it really exists. So that's what's happening when we have lived a long time here on earth. And here we have a 5 of Pentacles. So there were a situation where probably the Queen of Wands were disregarded or degraded, or she degraded someone else, because this might be you dealing with a fire sign. Queen of Wands is Aries, can be Leo or Sagittarius as well. And with the 5 of Pentacles, either this person felt left out in the cold, or they were like acting in a way that is not respectful towards another person. For example, not realizing their value and taking them for granted. So that might be a thing, that someone took you for granted. And here we have a King of Pentacles. So yeah, King of Pentacles is this stubborn energy that we saw in the beginning, this very rock solid. So it can be very different things. I'm a little bit, I see so many different scenarios, so I try to make like a headline here, but it's really hard. But no one is really at fault here. It's just a lack of understanding. I think both people kind of feel disrespected in a way, but there's one person in this equation that is not able to see the other person's point of perspective. And I kind of lean it to be the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles can have a little hard time taking in other ideas. They haven't really come to the same point as the Queen of Wands. They have come to a point where they're putting themselves behind castle walls, and inside the castle walls they are very loyal to the people inside, but disloyal to the people on the outside. So it might be a dissonance here, where a person can't be loyal to you, even if they should, because they are kind of grouping themselves up maybe with another person or another gang, or their family against your family, or their whole family against you, or so this is what I'm feeling. So I think the Queen of Wands is a little bit more an outsider in this, because she's not grouping together like this. She doesn't hide behind castle walls. She walks around with her castle walls everywhere, because she's full of self-respect and she has boundaries, so she doesn't have to hide behind power of authority, or behind others, like strong friends, or so it can be a person, for example, siding with the wrong side, like the side that's not having the highest moral ground, but it's actually more powerful. Even if you're an earth sign and you're a cross watcher, you can still be the Queen of Wands, so don't become so upset. Just recognize yourself, like be able to see yourself. Is this what I'm doing? Am I pushing out certain people while taking in other people that are there to make me feel more enhanced, more strong, and maybe making the other person here feel on the outside is exhilarating. If that's you, then you are the Queen of Pentacles. Either you're an earth sign or air sign or fire sign or water sign or whatever. And here we have a Temperance card, and it shows Sagittarius. So it shows that these two elements needs to be mixed. So one person is probably supposed to be more stubborn. The other person is supposed to be able to see other people's perspective. You become a little bit more broad in their vision, not just thinking what's the best thing for me, what's the best way to deal with this for me, and where am I most protected, but actually thinking what's the most spiritual thing to do, what's the most like loyal thing to do in this situation. So with the Temperance, we are being drawn towards the person that can teach us the best lesson. And sometimes the lessons that we need to learn is rather hard, but it still wants to lead to harmony. It wants to lead you to become healed. So if you meet a person on the outside that is, you think they are despicable, try to find out what that is saying about what you have hidden inside of you. If they are abusive towards you, are you abusing you? If they are cold and distant, do you have times when you are cold and distant? Or are you kind of seeking out people that's cold and distant because your parents were cold and distant? So you need to see yourself in this very carefully, so that you can know what's the right road forward. Okay, and here we have the devil, so that's your shadow. So this is kind of, they are so connected, these two cards. Is 14, Temperance, Alchemist, and 15, the devil. So this is the second card for love in the major arcana, and this is 15, sorry. 1 plus 5 is connected to 6, the lover's card. So that's the first card for love. And here we see how love can be so strange. We can fall in love with someone that's not at all good for us, that is abusive or demanding or controlling or over dramatic or whatever is their issue. And why we are drawn to this is because we are supposed to see our own shadow. So when we are attracted like this, it's because our demons dance so well together, and your wound is like triggering the other person's wound, and their wound are triggering your wound, and like this crescendo starts the relationship drama. Okay. So this is important. We can laugh all day about this with the devil and the attraction towards the devil, but it's important. It's our spiritual sadhana. If we are not able to see our shadow on the inside, we can see it mirrored on the outside, and this will help with the transformation. And for that we have Scorpio and Pluto that can bring death and destruction, so force us to change, actually. Okay, so the past, what can we say about the past? It looks like a power struggle between two people that are actually reflecting each other's shadows. Okay, so this is in the now, and we have an Ace of Swords, and it comes underneath the Queen of Wands. So it feels like the Queen of Wands, supported by death there with Scorpio, has told the truth or said something that might have been a little bit hard for the King of Pentacles to understand. Okay, the light were not on, and it's not because the person is unintelligent. It has nothing to do with that. It's more about a narrow mind, like not being able to take in other person's ideas, mostly because we are sheltered behind the castle doors here. So we don't want to take in another idea. We just want to win. And here we have the the lovers. All this love here has put us so much trouble. So even if there are a dissonance between these two people, 5 of Pentacles, I think both people kind of feel left out in the cold, even though I think the King of Pentacles have been more disrespectful towards the Queen of Wands than the other way around. The Queen of Wands just wanted change and truth and progress. Okay, and here with the lovers, that's a Gemini. So it shows that the love is still there, the love is still on, and it can be very difficult for you, that you might still long for or be interested to think about a situation which you feel is not good for you. So I'm hearing another song, and it's with Pink. It's Try. She sings, why do we fall in love so easy, even when it's not right? Okay, so that's kind of the essence of this card here, the lovers. But I think one energy is okay with falling in love with the wrong person. They have this positive attitude that things can be fixed with death here, that we can change. But the other person, for them, change is very fearful. It's scary. We don't want to change. We want to keep things in the way they always were. So that person is probably the stubborn one. And this person is also stubborn now, I feel, but it's because they feel this no, like this calm, very calm no. It's just they can't step over, even if they want, because of love, they might want to step over their own boundaries and invite love in, but it's just no. I just feel no. So it's not working. Even if we want to fix it, we can't, because our whole body is just turned on no. Okay. And here we have the Knight of Chalices, and it shows that it kind of shows that the King of Pentacles needs to be the one. It doesn't have to be the Earth sign. Okay, this can be the Earth sign, and this can be you, Gemini, in worst case scenario. Okay, but it's easier to be this person, because then you can change. If you are this person, what can you do? Just continue living your life and trying to make the best of the situation and hope for the other person to eventually wake up, because the cords here are so strong that you can't disconnect. So that's almost worse. So Knight of Chalices is coming with forgiveness here, and love, and ability to realize the truth. It's a very young energy, so it's not skilled at this, but I think that the person has an apology in their heart. Either they are able to share it or not. But with the Ace of Swords here and the Lovers and this Knight of Chalices, there's a big possibility that there will come to a message of love for you, with someone wanting to apologize, exactly what I saw in the beginning. But for some of you, you won't be able to accept it. For others of you, you will be able to accept it. Just stay in your own authority here, what you already know to be truth inside of you. You can also feel this, like feel how it feels when you say, okay, I'm going to accept their apology. And you feel, if you feel upset or getting worried, then that's a no. And if it feels calm and happy or even exhilarated, that's a yes. So try to listen more to your body's reaction than to, I'm not going to accept their apology because they did this to me. You can accept their apology, and you don't have to re-engage with them just because of that. And you can love them and continue loving them, but you don't have to be with them if you don't trust that they will, they really have been able to change. Maybe they just feel, as I feel this energy to be very young, maybe just feel very like they want to apologize now because they want to keep your connection. They also feel probably very bound towards you, so they don't want to lose you, but they might still not understand a single thing. And if you feel like, no, I'm not going to accept apology very strongly, and next day you want to accept, then you reach out and say, okay, I have reconsidered, I accept your apology. So need to listen to your intuition very in tunely. So when it changes and asks you to change direction like this, so you can find your way through the darkness, okay? So listen to yourself carefully, okay? And here we have the High Priestess. So this is the girl that, oh boy, the feminine part of you that has been probably been rather cool in this whole situation. I feel the connection to these two. This is Pisces, Scorpio, Aries. So this energy, it's the energy which I feel that it said no. It's two. So two is it's like a waiting, a hall of waiting. And this is Lilith. She didn't like how Adam treated her, or what he wasn't able to put up with. So she went into the desert and didn't come back. So this is the energy here. And she's very intuitive. She has a hotline to God, so she didn't need to go through Jehovah or Adam to know how to behave or what was the best approach forward. She can talk direct to spirits. So that was a threat to their authority. I don't see Jehovah as a universal God. I see this as like a worldly entity, maybe a very powerful one, but not really a God. He's too mean to be a universal God. 2, this High Priestess, is what I just talked about with this. You need to be very clear with your intuition. And if you don't want to budge, you don't budge. If you feel like you want to budge, you do. So you just follow. It's the 2, so you might need to. 2 is also connected to justice, so she might be able to open her castle doors, because justice card and this 2 High Priestess is very alike. So you might be able to open and invite in when the right word is being said or the right action is being taken. So listen very clearly to yourself, and you will know when you can accept the person's approach or not. And this might also be how another person will react to your apology. So don't give up if you want to get reconnected with someone. You just need to find the right key so they can accept your apology. One key might be to build trust over a long period of time. We can't always get quick fixes. If we have destroyed something, it takes some time before we can build back trust again. Years. Okay, it takes like a split second to destroy it. Here with the Devil and High Priestess, someone might have cheated, for example, and that can take a long time to heal from this kind of disloyalty. And here we have a 7 of Cups. So again, showing this, that I don't trust you. I don't trust you to be loyal. I don't trust your intentions. I don't trust that you will have my back or take my feelings into consideration. I don't trust you have broken up with your boyfriend or your other girlfriend. Yes, so this the High Priestess will listen to her distrust, and it's first when she can feel trust that you will have the key to her castle door, or you will give the key to someone else, is first when you have started to feel the trust again. So there's no trust here, even if the love is strong and the person, we want to maybe throw ourselves towards this dream because it's maybe what we have been longing for, that a person come back and apologize. But here, this is the desert that Lilith went into, and she has made a paradise for herself there, and she doesn't need someone disloyal in her life. So even if this is the dream that Adam would come running and say, okay, I won't team up with Jehovah there, or EHVH. I will team up with you and the universe, okay, instead of sitting with my powerful bodies and acting all tough with you, okay. So this is your future, and we have a Knight of Swords here, and it comes underneath the Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. So Knight of Swords is Gemini, and we also have Gemini here. So it might be that you're actually dealing with a stubborn earth sign. That might be it. So the Knight of Swords shows a very quick moving mind, a person that's very able to jump easily into answers. Like, you get a problem, you get answers. A problem, new answers. Not another problem, new answers. It's also very easy to jump into conclusions sometimes, but I don't feel this this card is badly situated. It actually shows availability to understand. So it might also show this stubborn person learning to understand, being able to broaden their mind with this Gemini energy, being able to see a situation from another person's perspective. I'm going to put in a little bit battery charging here, see if this works without making the camera all crooked, and a sip of water. So, yes, this is opening up the possibilities for someone's brain to create new synapses so that they can connect to what you are saying. Okay, finally. So, and here we have the Empress, and it comes underneath this Five of Pentacles and the Lovers. So it shows very much unconditional love. So if a person comes and finally have got it, like, okay, Eureka, I got it, this person is still here, able to accept the love. And this is also Eve. So I don't really see Adam here, but he might be King of Pentacles. Okay. Next card is the Four of Chalices. So it also says that, yes, I can accept your apology if you actually have been able to understand what I've been saying, but I can also live without you if that's necessary. So here comes in this calmness again. So it kind of puts a little bit like a lid on this King of Pentacles approach with the roses in the hand. It's sometimes we don't want to spoil a beautiful situation like that by being all bitter. So if someone comes and, you know, I can't live without you, and here's roses and they're standing in the rain and, you know, all this. Okay, so I hear a song. I don't know if I can find it, but it's a person standing in the rain with roses, with flowers, anyways. And I think it's Valentine's Day. So it's we don't want to be all, you know, judgmental in that situation and, you know, kick them out, because inside our heart it might be what we have dreamt of. But the Empress here, she doesn't want to be disrespected. She wants to have equality in love. So she doesn't need your apology. You don't need their apology if it's not sincere, if the person hasn't really been able to, you know, figure it out. They need to have been able to figure it out. So I think with words, this person needs to explain with very intelligent words. They need to explain that they have figured it out. In other case, now the Empress is living behind castle doors here. This is the Four of Cups. So I have a nice life now. Everything is in balance. I don't need you to come and F it up. Okay? So if you want to come, you need to have been able to mentally understand what I was saying back there. And here we have a Four of Wands. So the love is still continuing, and it seems very hopeful with the Temperance card and the High Priestess there, that the person might be able to, in this case, I think it's a masculine entity. It doesn't have to be in a masculine body though. It's just a person acting from this sense of power. They need to connect with their feminine side to be able to come into this equality and union instead of this group mentality where we group up with the strongest, or always try to win over another person, or steal from them, or favors, love, sex, whatever. Okay, attention. It might be some people here are like real seeker of attention, so they just come and apologize to be certain that you still are in love with them, so they can feel, oh, that person loves me. Oh, nice. They need to mean business. And here it seems like if a person is able to go through their feminine side, and to in your feminine side, it's more circles. Things are not so, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be so orderly. I don't have to have things figured out. It will just come to me by the grace of God. It will just come. So I don't have to have a plan for if that person deserts me, I need to have other friends that can back me up. No. If everyone deserts me, I still have me for self-love and my connection with the universe. So I'm never lonely. Okay. So this requires a person to be very brave and very trusting in their own soul. They also need to become less fearful of the future, less attached to the past, their wounds, what have happened to them. Needs to become more here and now, and be able to trust that whatever is coming towards me, it's for the best, and whatever challenge I will be able to go through it. and I can take whatever comes. I can accept whatever comes. So that needs like a big spiritual transformation, which also is seen here with the Temperance card, the High Priestess, and then the Four of Wands. That's the new foundation. So this could be the new foundation for both of these people, if both are accepting the balance inside of them. The masculine side, I have self-respect. I don't let people cross my boundaries. I take care of the people I love. So masculine, okay? Feminine, I'm able to listen to my emotion. I have a hotline to God. I trust whatever comes my way. I trust in life. So these two things needs to be in balance inside of you for this to happen. This looks very fortunate. Here it's a little bit more lonely feeling. Here it can actually be a team, okay? Next card is the King of Wands. So we have Queen of Wands there and King of Wands here. So some of you are dealing with a soulmate. A soulmate that's acting a little bit like the devil. Might be. Because we have the devil and the Seven of Cups above this. It's Leo. This head of this Leo here. And also the High Priestess and King of Pentacles is going there. So I feel it's kind of the energy of the High Priest still. That, okay, I'm waiting for this. This will be the day, like, this will be the day that I will turn around and face you again, okay? So this is the demands, and it's very calm, it's very stoic. I have really nothing to say about this card, because it's just the same energy that we have seen already, that this person is just waiting for the sincere apology, and it's first then that we can move on with this. So see what's up with that. Okay, so Puppeteer, Master, and Wolf, and Little Red Riding Hood, and this. Okay, so I think the King of Pentacles has this feeling of not wanting to be controlled or manipulated. So they're not going to engage with the person as long as they are like that. And this can be, like the Leo can be the person that's like this as well. But I'm just reading this line now. If I'm reading this line, I can feel that this might be like the boyfriend or girlfriend from hell. Okay, like this master puppeteer that has really bad intentions. But here it's more like this energy that is not going to engage with this. Why engage in this kind of drama? I don't want to be manipulated by you. If you can't love me in a straightforward way, if I need to do certain favors towards you, or I need to dance like this monkey, or you want me to give of my money, or I need to be available for sex, is what I'm feeling also here with this row here, that someone is getting back their self-respect when it comes to sex. So as long as you're going to be like this perpetrator, I'm going to heal on my own, and I'm not going to invite you. So it's an invitation and standing invitation here, but it requires a lot of change from some person. Okay. Yes, we will look at spiritual advice for you, Gemini, from Oracle of the Angels. So, spiritual advice for my dear Gemini. So we have two cards here, and it's the Eternal Light of Love and Blessing. So I will read those cards for you. Eternal Light of Love, and it's a clock. So I'm thinking the King of Wands is waiting for love to run its course, for love to, the power of love to, you know, affect the person. And what did we have here? Also the Chariot, yes. And then it's first then that this Chariot can move on. I'm not feeling that the King of Wands is truly allowed to move on until this person has been able to catch up with them. And this King of Wands can be you, and this can be you. You decide, not I. So the Eternal Light of Love permeates everything in existence and fills every atom of our being. This means light and love are always present in every situation, regardless of whether we can perceive it or not. There is love and even a hidden blessing within a current situation. Trust. All that is occurring is for your highest good. Look beyond the surface and appearance of things. I trust in the eternal light of love which steams from my soul and the heart of all creation. I trust in the eternal light and love within every situation I find myself in. I trust in the divine light. So this seems like a prayer that the high priestess Lilith here could have made easily when in the desert. Okay, so 39 blessings. Blessing. Yes, the light of God, the source of all creation, radiates throughout the universe, permeating everything in existence. The very same light that warms your skin on a sunny day exists inside your heart, and it connects you to everything in existence. Kind of saying the same thing, that you have a hotline to God, so don't worry. If you just listen to it, if you don't listen to it, that's a problem. Then you need to worry. But when you listen, you don't have to worry. Contemplate the significance of this for a moment and allow an awe-inspiring feeling of gratitude flow over you. You are truly blessed. The light in my heart is my connection to the divine source at the heart of creation. I am forever connected to everything in existence. Past, present, and future are one through me. So maybe Lilith finally is going to get like her apology. So like some 4,000 or 6,000 years later. Okay. I'm going to take a card. Notes from the universe on love and connection. And first I'm going to start with love advice for you. And it says, be true to yourself. So this is the love advice for you, how to handle this situation. And it's kind of what's overflows here in these three cards here. The Empress, number 3, and 4, 4. So it's like the Empress becoming the king in her own castle, and kind of waiting for someone to become a queen in theirs. So you may not ever understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in yours. Tally ho, the universe. So kind of stop thinking so much about if they will make it or not, and focus more about your life, so you don't get stuck just waiting here. Move on. If they want to catch up, they can use a really speedy chariot there. Okay, and this is what the other person feels or thinks about you. Convince yourself, not others. So I think I get this flash where this person runs around with other people and trying to get them on their side, and telling like what a despicable person you were, and you did this and you did that. So they're trying to master up this, the group that they can have inside their castle. The need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationship is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi-ho, the universe. So this is a person that really doesn't love themselves. They need outside validation to feel that they are worthy of love. And if they can't get outside validation from you, they will find another group that can give them outside validation. And this is not particularly healthy. And you shouldn't bother about this. Kind of just don't care about this. Let them, figure this out for themselves, because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. It matters what you think of you. So you don't have to mirror back any kind of insecurities with, what do they think of me? And I don't want them to run around and tittle-tattle. Let them tittle-tattle all they want. It's not powerful as long as you don't let it become powerful. If you just don't care, like wave your arms in the air like you just don't care, then then that's not a problem. Okay, they have problems with themselves. That's what the card is saying. So this is you, and it's time to make a demonstration. So your castle door are locked, or more the doors to your temple here, the new foundation that you have built and that you're waiting maybe on this person to join you, like in this new kind of equality. So the castle door, the temple door is locked until they come with the right kind of key. So it's time to make a demonstration. And that's what I feel. But this is a very loving deck, so it will say something more loving on this other side. So prepare yourself. The older the soul, the softer the glance, the quicker the smile, and the sooner to say I love you. They also skip and wink more than normal and hold hands with those they walk beside, utterly fearless, the universe. So this, I feel, is this energy. They might not be as giddy right now, but this is the power that you have shown this other person. This is the energy you have sprinkled them with. So that is what they have as a model for what they can become if they open their heart and also connect with their feminine side. Is more loving, forgiving side. So you have shown yourself in a very true way here. You have really put all the cards on the table, and much of the drama is because the other person wants power over you, and you can't allow that, but you have given them a real good example. So if there's a miracle happening here, it will be that they are able to see things your way and become more like you. And it's in the same time you have become more like them, like more stubborn and, you know, refusing to yield and saying, I will have half of this power. It's just going to be like that. So, my dear Gemini, I hope this helped you. I want to invite you to my June reading that I'm performing in the middle of May. And I also want you to take really, really good care. So, thank you and bye-bye.